The old house creaked under the weight of silence. Moonlight, fractured by grimy windows, painted streaks across the dusty floorboards. The air hung heavy, thick with the perfume of decay and forgotten memories. I sat alone in the flickering candlelight, a book lying open on my lap, its words blurring into meaningless shapes. A prickling sensation at the edge of my vision made me turn my head. There, in the furthest corner of the room, where darkness pooled like spilled ink, a shadow moved. It wasn't the dancing flicker of the candle flames, nor the swaying branches outside the window. This was something else, something that held a strange, disjointed form. Fear, cold and sharp, pierced through my chest, stealing my breath. My heart pounded a frantic rhythm against my ribs, each thump a deafening roar in the silence. The shadows shifted again, resolving into the unmistakable silhouette of a humanoid figure. It stood motionless, a void in the dim light, watching me. Whispers of shadow people have echoed through the annals of folklore and whispered tales for centuries. Accounts of their appearances vary, but the core remains consistent. Fleeting glimpses of shadowy figures, often humanoid in form, lurking at the peripheries of our vision. Are they merely figments of our imagination playing tricks on us in the dark, or do they represent something more profound, something that defies our current understanding of the universe? Some believe these shadowy figures to be interdimensional beings, accidentally crossing over into our reality from their own. Others speculate they could be the remnants of human consciousness lingering after death. Theories abound, each as plausible and as unsettling as the last, yet none offer a definitive answer to the enigma of the shadow people. Their motives remain shrouded in mystery. They seem content to observe, their presence often fleeting and unnoticed. But the question lingers, why do they appear to us? Are they simply curious about our world, or do they harbor more sinister intentions? There are those who claim shadow people are harmless, mere observers in our world. They argue that fear is often the lens through which we perceive the unknown, transforming the innocuous into something sinister. They point to the lack of concrete evidence of malevolent actions by these entities, suggesting that our fear is often unfounded. Yet there are others who believe these shadowy figures to be harbingers of ill omen, their presence a portent of misfortune. They cite accounts of individuals experiencing feelings of dread, anxiety, and even physical discomfort in the presence of these beings. Tales of shadow people attaching themselves to individuals, feeding off their energy and influencing their thoughts, send chills down the spines of even the most skeptical. The truth, as is often the case with such phenomena, likely lies somewhere in between these two extremes. Perhaps some shadow people are harmless, while others possess a darker nature. Or maybe their intentions are beyond our comprehension, their actions dictated by motives we cannot fathom. The candlelight sputtered, casting grotesque shapes that danced on the walls. The shadow in the corner remained, an unnerving presence that refused to be ignored. What did it want? Was it simply observing, or was there a more sinister purpose to its silent vigil? As the night wore on, the weight of its gaze became unbearable. I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched, judged by something ancient and unknowable. Finally, as dawn approached, painting the sky with hues of grey and lavender, the shadow dissolved, melting back into the darkness from whence it came. The experience left me shaken, haunted by the chilling realization that there are things in this world, forces beyond our understanding, that defy explanation. Are shadow people harmless apparitions, mere tricks of the light and mind? Or are they something more, entities with their own motives and agendas, operating in the shadows of our reality? The question, like the shadows themselves, lingers.